Well, thank you so much, John T. Thank you, Michael. Thank you so much, George Nori, for setting all this up. We cannot thank you enough. Thank you, Ms. Linda Tyler, for making the Zoom connection possible. And basically, we've only got 45 minutes here, so we're going to rush through the introduction quickly. I think most people know me from being on George's show here for 3 years. And basically, for those few new ones, what makes me different is I have a degree in agriculture from the University of Missouri. My major was in animal husbandry and nutrition. My minor was in field crops and soils. I do have a degree in veterinary medicine from the University of Missouri. And I also have half of my pathology degree from the University of Missouri. I have 25% of it from Iowa State University and the rest of it from Washington University in St. Louis, where I, a grant from the National Institutes of Health, $25 million. It was a 10-year, don't tell me we're not on the air here.
We are.
John.
We are.
Okay, because I'm hearing conversation in the background from some lippy person.
It's for the most part, everyone should be muted, Doc. If there's a little bit of audio artifacting, I'm not exactly sure why, but
okay, thank you.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, so at any rate, it was a 10-year study, 20,000 autopsies, 17,000 some change of over 454 species of zoo animals, and 3,000 humans, 20,000 autopsies, 20 million chemistries, and all that kind of stuff. My thesis is in the Smithsonian Institute as a national treasure because the work determined there were no people dying from pollution. There were no animals in the zoos in the big cities dying from pollution. Equally, and even more important perhaps, was there were no genetically transmitted diseases and there were no genetically transmitted birth defects. And that's why my thesis for my postdoc, which is kind of like a PhD, is in the Smithsonian Institute as a national treasure. I also, after that, in 1977, went to work for the Yerkes Primate Center, NASA, in Atlanta, Georgia, as a pathologist, and also Grady Memorial Hospital as a pathologist with the medical school there in Atlanta, Georgia. And to make a long story short, within weeks, I ran into the first non-human case of cystic fibrosis, showed that it was through biopsies of 24 other baby monkeys in the same colonies, all of which had different mothers and fathers. But somebody was messing around with their food, and they created a laboratory model of cystic fibrosis unknowingly. I figured it out, got it agreed upon by experts in the world that it was cystic fibrosis, showed that it was nutritional deficiency, and they fired me in 1978 because, you know, I said it was a non-genetic disease. And they said, Wallach, you must be sniffing glue. This is the most classic, iconic example of a genetically transmitted disease. So they fired me. So that's when I went back to school and became a naturopathic physician. I taught chemistry and nutrition and biochemistry at the National College of Naturopathic Medicine, which is now the National University of Naturopathic Medicine in Portland, Oregon. I've been licensed there as a naturopathic physician since 1982. I'm licensed in California since the beginning. I see 2 million people a day around the world through every media type you can think of. I have 15 best-selling books. My newest one is It's All in Your Head. It covers 25 diseases that occur from osteoporosis of the skull, all of which are nutritional deficiency diseases. And if you do what I say in here, it'll save people from having to go to like 12, 15 different specialists and so forth. It's All in Your Head is the newest book of my 15, which are bestsellers. I'm not telling you that to brag, I'm just telling you that to set the stage, and so there's some credibility to what I'm going to say to you. And the reason why we're here today specifically is because nutritional minerals, which make up 2/3 of the 90 essential nutrients, 16 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 acids, 3 fatty acids, if any one of them is deficient, you might get 3, 5, 8, 10, 15, 20 different diseases from a single deficiency of a single nutrient. For instance, the same nutrient that causes you to have gray hair when you're deficient in that nutrient can also cause varicose veins, ruptured aneurysms, all kinds of problems with tendons and ligaments and skin, and you look 50 years older than you are because you get skin wrinkles and everything because of that deficiency of that single nutrient. So unfortunately, these minerals, 60 essential minerals, do not occur in a uniform blanket around the crust of the earth. Okay, they do not occur as a are we still here?
Yeah, we're still here, Doc. Everything's fine.
Okay. If we haven't, they don't occur in a uniform blanket around the crust of the earth. They occur in veins like gold and silver and coal and chocolate and chocolate ice cream. And in veterinary medicine, we learned that we could prevent 600 different diseases by putting these vitamins and minerals in the animals' alfalfa pellets. We don't have health insurance for animals. And if we didn't have health insurance for animals and farmers were forced to call veterinarians out every time an animal got sick, guess what? There'd be no meat on the table. There'd be no eggs on the table because nobody would be a farmer because you couldn't afford it. So we learned we could eliminate these 600 different diseases, prevent them and reverse them by simply putting nutrition in their little alfalfa pellets. I cured myself of terrible diseases. After 5 years of getting worse and worse, 20 different doctors couldn't fix me. I cured myself in 3 days by taking vitamins and minerals. So I figured it out when I was 9 years old. So this is why we're at. And I had to come up with longevity because so many people from around the world, like I say, I see 2 million people a day through all my associates and customers and books and radio and TV and Zooms and so forth a day around the world. And so it's one of those things where I could never have done that, seeing 20 people a day in my little naturopathic practice. So this is why we set up longevity. This is why we have everything from Zooms to radio. I've been doing radio with Michael Zwerling and Tom Love on Dead Doctors Don't Lie and Let's Play Doctor for 25 years. Been doing George Norrie's wonderful, wonderful show with him once a month for 3 years. And everybody's leveraging my time so I can get the information out to people. And we have, like I say, 5,000 products. We deal with over 600 different diseases. And all the ones that are called pre-existing conditions in older people. You know, people over age 65, they commonly will have diabetes and high blood pressure and arthritis, and they'll have thyroid problems, and they'll be on kidney dialysis. They have every kind of thing you can think of, COPD, and there's horrible stories. And I'll give you one horrible story, and then we'll go to questions. The horrible story is about Elijah Cummings, who was a U.S. representative, congressman from Baltimore, Maryland, I think for 40 years, and everybody loved him. He was a Democrat, but even Republicans loved him. He was kind of an interesting guy. And he got atrial fibrillation, which is caused by a osteoporosis of the skull. It's one of the things that we cover in here. Okay, atrial fibrillation, and it's caused by osteoporosis of the skull, where when you have osteoporosis in any bones, your bones get thicker and bigger, and the tunnels that nerves and blood vessels go through get filled up with this connective tissue, and it squeezes them, and you start getting symptoms. Well, when you squeeze the 10th cranial nerve, the vagus nerve, which controls the rate and rhythm of the heart, you can get atrial fibrillation, which Elijah Cummings had. So he goes, you know, he's from Maryland, so he goes to Johns Hopkins, and they say, okay, the only thing we have for that is ablation. If we don't stop the heart from doing all these weird things, you're going to have a heart attack. So he agrees to do an ablation. They anesthetize him. Remember, he's a U.S. congressman. These are cardiologists from Johns Hopkins. They anesthetize him. They cut his chest open, take a soldering iron and heat it up to red hot, touch his heart to try and kill the part that's going crazy, and they kill him. Like 30 seconds after they open up his chest, they kill him with an ablation attempt. Now, if he'd have come to me and I'd treat him, as I suggest in here, with the nutrients, okay, to repair the skull, take the pressure off the 10th cranial nerve, the vagus nerve, AFib goes away. It's very simple. We do this thousands of times a day all around the world. Very simple stuff. So that's where we're coming from. We're interested in getting to the root cause of the problem. It's very economical and very safe, as opposed to just treating symptoms. Most medical treatments, in fact, the only class of pharmaceuticals that are designed to cure anything are antibiotics. They will kill bacteria and yeast and all kinds of bugs like that, you know, strep, staph, salmonella, those kind of things. Mycoplasma, which is the bug that causes rheumatoid arthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis is not an autoimmune disease. It's caused by osteoporosis, degenerative arthritis, and then it's got an overinfection with a bug called mycoplasma, which minocycline, an antibiotic, can kill it, one of the tetracycline family. Okay, it's not an autoimmune disease, doctors say. Just like malaria for 10,000 years was thought to be caused by evil spirits. They're still kind of in that vein when it comes to all other diseases. They only treat symptoms as opposed to getting to the root cause. We at Longevity get to the root cause. So with all that kind of introduction, I know it's kind of all over the place, but to set the stage, we only have let's see here. We've essentially got 40 minutes here to answer questions. So make your question brief. I do need to know your weight, your height, your age, and tell me all your diseases. I don't want to know how long you've had them. I don't want to know what medications you're on. I don't know what doctor is saying. I just want to know I have diabetes and high blood pressure and arthritis, kind of thing. Okay, JT, let's go to callers.
Well, thanks so much, Doc. It looks like we got about 135 people waiting here, so we'll get to as many of you as we can, and hopefully, Doc, we can do this again sometime.
Sure.
Maybe for a little bit longer, and we'll get some more folks. So be sure and
yeah, we previously had a previous engagement here, so that's why we have to cut it off early. Yeah, I'm supposed to do a big telephone radio interview with Bishop Copeland, very famous bishop, and he's also from Maryland. That's kind of interesting.
Well, if we don't get to your call today, be sure and sign up for the Ask Doc list just visit askdoclive.com and then sign up for that list, and we'll be sure to notify you early of Doc's next visit with us. Rebecca, who should we go to first?
Well, let's go first to Rosalind Simmons. She has had her hand up for a while, waiting to speak with Doc. Rosalinda, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. I had I call it a joke, but I say it's a stroke. I had February.
Okay, please stop. Age, weight, height.
Oh, I'm sorry. Age is, God dog, how old am I? 48. Weight 151. Height is 5'2.5".
Okay.
And I had
25 pounds overweight. Okay, go ahead.
25 pounds overweight. Oh, okay. Yep. I had a stroke February 6th.
Okay, stop. Was it a bleeding stroke or a blood clot?
They say it's a blood clot.
Okay. Any other issues?
No.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, arthritis?
High blood pressure?
Okay. Do you have ringing in the ears? Any tone like a?
No.
Okay, good. So high blood pressure and a stroke. Do you have diabetes?
No.
Any arthritis? Any pain in your knees? Any knees popping when you squat down? Anything like that?
No. I've been a dancer all my life, athletic all my
Well,
life.
that can be a negative. Exercise without supplementation is suicide.
Okay.
Okay, exercise is not necessarily good unless you're supplementing. Okay, so
Okay. And I'm a vegetarian at that.
Well, that can be problematic too.
Okay.
Okay, because plants only need 3 minerals, you need 60, and depending on where the plants grew that you're eating, they might only have 3 minerals in them, and they're happy.
Right.
How many nutrients are in organically grown foods? You don't know, because organic just means no pesticide sprays on it. It says nothing about the nutritional value of the food. So you can eat organic and you're dead man walking.
True.
Okay. So what I need you to do is get rid of all the bad foods. And this is for everybody out there listening. Nobody needs to be on the bad foods. Okay. No fried foods turns into trans fats, heterocyclamines, and acrylamides, all of which cause cancer and cause plaque in your arteries. Cholesterol is your best friend. Cholesterol does not cause plaque in the arteries. Cholesterol does not cause heart disease. Cholesterol makes up 75% of your brain weight, and cholesterol makes up 95% of testosterone and 95% of estrogen and progesterone. You want to be eating 3 eggs 3 times a day, and I'm talking to you now, okay?
Okay.
I want you to eat three eggs 3 times a day if you can, 3 eggs twice a day minimally, okay, to make sure you're getting enough cholesterol to maintain your brain so you don't get Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is a physician-caused disease, and keep your hormones up so you don't have a miserable time going through menopause. You're getting close there at age 41. I think you said 41.
48.
And 48, okay. You're 141 pounds, you're 48 years old, okay. Okay, and so then also, I need you to get rid of the fried foods, the processed meats, the oils, no olive oil, no coconut oil, no MCT oils, no soy oils, no salad dressings. If you're going to do salad dressings, you can have creamy yogurt that's gluten-free. Put that as a creamy dressing. You can put lemon wedges, squeeze. And we have a beautiful Himalayan pink salt with some black pepper mixed in with it. Okay, in our savor division, we have a spice division. It's all free of all glutens in our spices. And then no gluten, no wheat, no barley, rye, and oats. No wheat, no barley, rye, and oats. And when you're really, really good at that, no wheat, barley, rye, and oats. You need to live like an Asian and use rice. I don't care if it's red rice, white rice, brown rice, just no fried rice, okay?
Mhm.
And then if you can, you need to take at least some salmon, okay? If not, some poultry. If not, I doubt you're gonna eat red meat being a vegetarian, but you do need to eat a little bit of fish and or.
I eat fish. I come from Caribbean, so red snapper.
Okay,
Salmon.
so you are not a vegan, you are a Pisco vegetarian,
Okay.
okay? All right, and so then I want you to, at 148 pounds or whatever it is, I want you to take one healthy brain and heart pack. That's the biggest hammer we have in our toolbox here. I want you to take one healthy brain and heart pack per month. Get another bottle of our selenium. And one bottle of selenium comes with that pack because I want you to take 6 selenium a day, 2 with each meal. And then a half a dose of everything else in that healthy brain and heart pack at breakfast, half a dose of breakfast, half a dose at dinner time. I also want you to get our MSM, which will help support maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone mixture, bone itself. And then I want you to also get, every month, get a box of our keto caramel bars. These are vegetarian bars, and they're part of our weight loss program. And I want you to take a half a bar for one of your 3 meals a day. One of your 3 meals a day, just take 1/2 of the bar. The odds are you won't even be able to finish that. Most people say they can't finish even a half a bar. They're very filling. And you will lose a half a pound to 2 pounds a day. And so within a month or 2, you'll be down to the weight you should be at.
Okay.
And you say you have a little blood pressure issues. Okay, then I want you to take 3 of our Ultimate Daily Classic tablets twice a day. Okay, it'll be 2 bottles a month. That'll support healthy blood pressure and healthy blood flow through blocked arteries. But get rid of the bad stuff, and that'll speed up everything getting better. Don't worry about cholesterol. Your cholesterol should be 350 to 500, but it needs to be all good cholesterol, none of the bad cholesterol. Okay, bad cholesterol comes from frying and using other oils and things like that. Okay. And so you need to get a hold of us every 2 weeks and let us know what your blood pressure is, what your blood sugar is. You can go to a pharmacy without a prescription, and I'm talking to everybody now, and get test strips for your urine and your blood. You don't have to pay $200. You do not have to pay $200 for a laboratory fee because the test strips are $1.50 each. No need for a prescription. They come in bottles of 3, 5, 8, and 10, whether they're from your finger blood or from your urine. And we do have a book called Let's Play Doctor, and it teaches you how to diagnose as many as 600 diseases yourself. Okay, let's go to the next caller.
All right, so Dr. Wallach, we have a comment. We have Kay, a female, age 76, 190 pounds at 5 foot 2 inches. She has type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, reflux, 5 inches of belly fat that she cannot get rid of, and is asking for your help.
Okay, well, she's 50 pounds overweight. Okay, she's 190 pounds, you say?
Correct.
And she's 5 foot 2. Yeah, she's 70 pounds overweight. Okay, 70 pounds overweight. So I want her to get 2 of the keto caramel meals. It could either be the shake or the bar. I want her to have 2 or 3 meals a day, a keto meal. Then she needs to get rid of all the bad stuff. No fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens. Her 3rd meal should be just vegetables and a tablespoon of rice, steamed rice, a tablespoon of sweet potato, and a little bit of fish, maybe a little bit of poultry, a little bit of red meat. But 2 or 3 meals a day have to be that keto bar or the keto shake, either one. And it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be the same meals every day. And then because, you know, we have all these problems, these pre-existing conditions in her age, and she's in trouble. And so I need her to also take, as I said, 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month, 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month, a full dose of everything twice a day. She needs the sweeties, so she can take 3 of those twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month, and take her blood sugar or her urine sugar, whichever is easier for her. And as her sugar comes down, she can slowly reduce her medication based on the numbers. Don't cold turkey off the medication. High blood pressure, she needs 3 of the healthy, 3 of the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month. It will support healthy blood pressure, healthy blood flow through blocked arteries. Let's see, we covered the diabetes, we covered the high blood pressure, we covered the weight. And because of her age and all these arthritis and stuff like that, which and osteoporosis, which I'm sure she has, she needs our MSM, 1 bottle a month. She can take 3 of those MSM tablets twice a day. It's a big bottle. She'll be able to do that. It will support maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone, makes your bone itself, and also skin. She'll look 50 years younger. She'll lose a half a pound to 2 pounds a day. Call us every 2 weeks and bring us up to date. We'll walk her through this. She'll be a great testimony. Next.
Awesome. We have Lexa. Lexa, go
Rebecca,
ahead and unmute.
sorry if I could just have one moment. If you have an existing distributor, please make every effort to order from them. That's how we all support each other. If you don't have an existing distributor, you're welcome to go to askdoclive.com to place an order. Sorry, Rebecca, go ahead.
All right,
Many of these
Lexa.
people many of these people will already be customers or distributors, but that's good advice. Thank you, JT. Okay, go ahead. Next.
All right. So let's go to Roni. Roni, go ahead.
Hi there. Okay, thanks so much. Oh, am I unmuted? Yes. Great,
You're
great.
ready.
Good morning. Thank you so much. I have a combination of things going on. So 48 years old. My height is about 5'5", and I've had some of these problems since adolescence.
Body weight?
Body weight, about 150.
Okay, okay. What's your problems?
Okay, so constipation, heavy periods, and some hair loss and thinning, starting to see a little bit of bald spots. And I've had skin problems for many, many years, but those are starting to go away. But now
Okay,
I
now
have
skin problems. If you stop, are you talking about eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis, rosacea?
So all my life it's been acne, but that's gone now pretty much due to changing my diet. But now I just have rosy cheeks from old acne. So it's kind of like rosacea. I don't know if it's...
Okay. Well, what about your bowel problems? You ever have a diagnosis? Did you ever have appendicitis?
No, not that I know of.
Okay.
It's my
Do you have children?
Yes, one.
Now, did any of them have skin problems or any respiratory stuff? Asthma, bronchitis?
No, thankfully, no.
Okay. Do you have any diabetes or high blood pressure?
No. Usually
Any
I have
ringing in
low
the
blood
ears?
pressure.
Any tone in the ears? Kind of like a thing.
Toning in the ears? No.
Okay. And you weigh
50.
150. Okay. So here we go. Need to get rid of all the bad foods. No fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens. All that skin problem you had over the years was due to a gluten issue, not being able to absorb a particular nutrient. That nutritional deficiency will give you acne, will give you eczema, dermatitis, rosacea. It'll give you bowel problems, constipation or diarrhea, irritable bowel syndrome, inflammatory bowel disease, Crohn's disease,
Wow.
things like diverticulitis, appendicitis. All that stuff is caused by celiac disease. It's all caused by gluten. So you and your children have to be gluten-free. If you have brothers and sisters from the same mother, everybody's got to be gluten-free. You'll save them an enormous amount of unnecessary misery and add 25 to 50 years to their life if you get them off of gluten. And then you need to get rid of all the bad stuff. And I'm going to say this one more time, and then for everybody else, I'll just say you got to get rid of the bad stuff. No fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, bread, rye, and oats, no sugar. And then at 150 pounds, I want you to, you're right at that cusp. And so let's just go with one healthy brain and heart pack. I want you to get another bottle of selenium, so you can take 6 a day, 2, 2, and 2. One bottle of selenium comes with that healthy brain and heart pack, which is the biggest hammer in our toolbox. I also want you to take 2 bottles a month of our Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. Take 3 twice a day that support healthy blood pressure and healthy blood flow through blocked arteries. I want you to take our Sweeties, so you can take 3 of those twice a day. If you're on medication for diabetes or blood sugar problems, don't cold turkey off them, but get those test strips either for your blood or for your urine. And, you know, as your blood sugar comes down, you can slowly reduce the medication. Get rid of all the bad stuff. You're going to lose some body weight, so we're not going to put you on a weight loss program because you will lose the body weight if you get rid of all those bad foods. Call us every 2 weeks. We'll walk you through this. Okay, let's go to another caller.
All right, next we have Martin, who has been experiencing tailbone pain, sitting and lying down. He's had x-rays and MRI, shows no damage to the tailbone. He's 115 pounds and 5'4", does not list an age.
Okay, doesn't have any diabetes.
Does not say.
Okay, no high blood pressure, or
No additional information.
okay, so he's primarily interested in the pain in his tailbone.
Correct.
Okay. And so, yeah, you can have osteoporosis. He could have degenerative disc disease. I don't know if he shrunk, a ½ inch and his vertebrae are getting closer together and smashing the roots of the sciatic nerves and causing that. He could have osteoporosis of the skull. And his skull is squeezing his spinal cord, which could cause the tailbone pain. He could just have osteoporosis of the tailbone. So at 115 pounds, I'd have him take, none of the bad foods. I want him to take 1 healthy brain and heart pack per month, get another bottle of selenium, because the cofactors in the selenium also will help rebuild cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone makes bone itself. So I need him to get 1 bottle of the MSM in addition to that extra bottle of selenium. So he can take 6 selenium a day, 2, 2, and 2. MSM, I want him to take 3 of those twice a day. That's 6 a day, or 3, 3 and 3, or 2, 2 and 2, whatever he wants to do, the MSM. And then I want him to have some collagen. I want him to get the glucogel, which is from beef collagen, skin and tendons and ligaments. And I want him to take 10 of those a day, 5 at breakfast, 5 at dinner, and he'll be able to do that with those 2 bottles of the capsules of glucogel. If he prefers the liquid, he can get 2 quarts of the liquid glucogel and take an ounce twice a day. Okay, none of the bad foods, so it can maximize absorption. Call us every 2 weeks. Walk you through this. Next caller.
Awesome. We have caller from area code 856. You are live with Doc.
Yes, hello. I'm calling from New Jersey. I am female at 175 pounds, age 63. What was the third thing you wanted to know about me?
Wait.
Weight, 175. 175, 63 years old. And my lactose intolerant, completely blind with retinitis pigmentosa. Of course, wanting to lower my weight, but I am, again, lactose intolerant. And question regarding your statement earlier about gray hair. What is the nutrient? I think we'd all like to know that.
If you read the books, wait a minute.
Which one? Which book?
Okay. I would start out with the book Let's Play Doctor, because it goes in how to diagnose all these diseases. And the reason why I don't tell people the nutrients, I used to tell people 50 years ago when I started, I was so excited, I would tell, oh, it's this nutrient. And then 3 months later, their spouse would call me and I'd say, well, how's Frank doing? They say, well, Frank died. Well, did he do what I tell him? Well, yeah, he took that nutrient. Did he take the other 89? No, he just took that nutrient.
Mm-hmm.
And so I never tell people what that nutrient is, because I don't want to be responsible for their death.
Mm-hmm.
They take that nutrient. They think they're smart. Oh, I'm going to take that nutrient, nothing else. I'll just eat well. My doctor says I can get everything I need just by eating well. Bam!
Do you sell something? Do you sell something that would take care of it? That has everything in it that I would need?
The Healthy Brain and Heart Pack.
Perfect. Okay. All right. I do have arthritis also, but
Okay.
I take a lot of omega-3.
Okay, stop.
So it helps it a lot.
Stop. Okay. Remember, I don't want conversations. Otherwise, we're
I apologize.
2 or 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
So you need Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, a half a dose of everything twice a day. I want you to get an extra bottle of selenium, so you can take 3 of those twice a day, or 2, 3 times a day, for a total of 6. I want you to get the collagen, because you have arthritis. I want you to get 2 bottles a month of the glucogel. So you can take 5 of those, 5 twice a day of the glucogel. Don't forget the MSM. Get 1 bottle of MSM, so you can take 3 of those twice a day. In New Jersey, it wouldn't hurt for you to get a bottle of the vitamin D3, 2 bottles of vitamin D3 also, so you can take 3 of those twice a day. And then none of the bad stuff. None of the bad stuff. Everybody in your household has got to be obsessively free of gluten. No wheat, brown, rye, oats. We're talking about dog, cat, bird, fish, spouse, partner, roommate, caregiver, people who come to clean your house because of cross-contamination in the bed, the couches, the rugs, the laundry, the food preparation surfaces. If they're eating gluten outside, they go to the spaghetti factory and they eat spaghetti, and then they come to your house and throw their clothes in or sit on the same couch you do, the kind of thing, they will kill you, okay? And so you need to keep them aware that they must be obsessively gluten-free, otherwise you can't see them anymore. Okay, next caller.
Okay, so next we have Lexa. Lexa, you're on live with Dr. Wallach. Please unmute.
Awesome. I'm actually calling for my daughter who is 140 pounds. She's 23 years old. She's 5'7", and she's had some anxiety issues ever since she came into puberty. She recently lost her grandpa, and she's having some panic disorders. What is the best thing to take?
Okay. Well, that's the thing I had from the time I was 4 to the time I was 5. They didn't have names for it, but I was a very violent autistic kid. Okay. They didn't have names for it back then. And so I learned to take nutrients, and in 3 days' time, 20 different doctors couldn't help me over a 5-year period. And in 3 days' time, I cured myself by taking supplements. And you say your daughter weighs how much?
140.
140. Okay, none of the bad foods, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils of any kind, no gluten, no wheat, bread, or iron oats. You and everybody in the family, brothers and sisters, grandma, okay, she's in college or working. She's got to stay away from people that eat gluten. Can't have any cheat day or cheat meal per month. No sugar. And then at 170 pounds, correct?
140.
140. Okay, 140. I want her to have 1 healthy brain and heart pack per month. 1 healthy brain and heart pack per month. She needs another bottle of selenium, so she could take 6 of those a day, 2, 2, and 2. Everything else, a half a dose of breakfast, half a dose of dinner time. I want her to get Synaptive. I want her to get 2 bottles of Synaptive, so she can take 3 of those twice a day. And they give the raw materials to brain cells so they can make the chemicals to talk to each other. I also need her to take our de-stress capsules. I want her to take 3 of those twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month. I want her to take our Ultimate Niacin Plus. I want her to take the Ultimate Niacin Plus. She needs to take 1 of those twice a day. That's 1 bottle a month. And then I want her to eat 3 eggs twice a day with soft yolk, soft boiled soft yolk, soft poached soft yolk, soft scrambled butter. She may not have scrambled eggs outside the house because they always add flour to them to make them thicker.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and of course, I need to hear from everybody every 2 weeks, and we'll walk you guys through this. Okay, next we got time for 2 or 3 more.
All right, Dr. Wallach, thank you so much. Again, we have Phyllis, female, age 71, degenerative myopia, and osteoporosis. Unfortunately, she didn't list weight or height.
Okay, now is this degenerative myopia in the eye, or is this a degenerative myopathy, which is bone marrow?
Degenerative myopia.
Myopia, okay. And she weighs how much?
She does not say.
Okay, well, let's say we'll go per 100 pounds of body weight then. All right, so she needs to get rid of all the bad stuff. And then again, at her age, she's at very, very high risk of having something bad happen if she gets the COVID-19 infection. So I want her to have 1 healthy brain and heart pack. You say she weighed 150, was that correct?
We're going by 100 pounds of body weight, Doc.
Okay, per 100 pounds of body weight, okay. Per 100 pounds of body weight, 1 healthy brain and heart pack per month, get another extra bottle of selenium so she can take 6 selenium a day. Per 100 pounds of body weight, to be a half a dose. If she weighs 150 pounds, she needs 2 healthy brain and heart packs. If she weighs 110 pounds, 120 pounds, that 1 will do. I want her to also have the MSM at her age. I want her to take 1 bottle a month of that so she can take 3 of those twice a day. That'll help support maintenance repair, cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone makes your bone itself. And she didn't say anything about diabetes, did she, or high blood pressure?
Nope, neither of those mentioned.
Okay, now because the eye issue, I want her to take 2 bottles a month of our Occutiv, 2 bottles a month of Occutiv. They only have 30 capsules in a bottle. So I want her to take 2 bottles a month so she can take 1 at breakfast, 1 at dinner time. I also want her to get 2 bottles a month of Vision FX so she can take 3 of those twice a day. And then again, stay away from all the bad stuff, call us every 2 weeks. I've actually won major wagers with eye doctors. I take people who are legally blind for 6, 8, 10 years. They've been diagnosed with macular degeneration, okay? And they were legally blind. They gave me 27 and bet me a lot that I couldn't reverse them. To make a long story short, in 90 days, 25 to 27 could read 20/20. It took 2 more weeks for the last 2, and they paid off. Okay.
Awesome. So next we have iPhone Steven. Steven, go ahead and unmute. You're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hi, doctor.
Hi.
I am 190 pounds, 5'10", 65 years of age, a vegetarian. I am inquiring about, yes, macular degeneration and enlargement of the prostate.
Okay, when you say a vegetarian, are you do you eat eggs or anything like that, or just
I
strictly?
do not. Yeah,
You're a vegan.
correct.
Okay, so and you weigh, I apologize, 190 pounds,
190.
190, and so your main concerns are the eye issues,
And enlargement of the prostate.
enlargement of prostate, no high blood pressure, no diabetes.
No. Marginal high blood pressure.
Okay, do you have a history of supplementing with vitamins and minerals?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. Well, I want you to take 2 of the Healthy Brain and Heart Packs per month, 2 Healthy Brain and Heart Packs per month. In each of the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, there will be some dark green soft gel capsules with omega-3s in them, which are in nitrogen, so they won't go bad, and they're from seeds. Those will be good for you. There also will be a bottle of EFA pluses, which are the same size as soft gel capsules, but they're amber colored and you can see through them, and they're fish oils. And so if you don't want those, give them to your cat or your dog or your brothers and sisters or somebody in Salvation Army, okay? Don't just throw them away. Okay, and then I would like you to take our MSM, take 1 bottle a month, take 3 of those twice a day. And let's see here, that's going to kind of cover the waterfront. I do want you to take the MSM, okay, because you won't take the collagen, which comes from fish and sheep and that kind of stuff. Give us a call every couple of weeks.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, sir. Okay.
All
Next.
right, Dr. Wallach, we have Glenda. She is 5'8", 155 pounds, age is 59. Concerns are bad knees, arthritic feet and hands, UTI, and she likes alcohol too much.
Well, people who have nutritional deficiencies, particularly mineral deficiencies, chase after snacks. Sometimes they'll chase after alcohol because they have a behavior called pica, P-I-C-A. You can look it up in any dictionary. Of course, it's in all of my books, pica, P-I-C-A. And pica is this drive to look for snack foods. Oh, I don't know why. I just had a 5,000 calorie breakfast here, okay, like a lumberjack, and I'm still hungry. You're not really hungry. You have pica. Your body's telling you to look for something because you're missing particularly minerals, okay? And so you said she weighed 148 pounds?
155.
155, okay. So I want her to get rid of all the bad foods, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, brown rhinos, no sugar. And I want her to have 2 Healthy Brain and Heart Packs per month. She's in trouble. She needs 2 Healthy Brain and Heart Packs per month, a full dose, everything twice a day. I want her to get 1 bottle of the MSM so she could take 6 of those a day, 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner time. And I want her to get 2 bottles a month of the glucogel, which is collagen from beef. And I want her to take 5 of those capsules twice a day to help rebuild cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone, makes your bone itself, skin and artery walls and everything else that's made from collagen. And skin is for, I think I said that. And it's imperative that this is going to be a lifetime deal for all of these people. This is not until, wow, I'm feeling better, I can cut back now. No. If you cut back, within 3 to 6 months, you'll be back in trouble again, or you may not get in trouble, you just die. So it's imperative, once you get on the road to redemption here, you have to stay on these supplement programs forever. You have to stay off the bad foods forever because you never get used to the ramifications and the terrible things that happen to you when you eat gluten. You will never avoid the terrible diseases you get when you're deficient in particular nutrients. So this is a lifetime deal. You will add effectively 25 to 50 healthful years to your life if you get rid of all the bad foods and supplement with the 90 efficiently appropriate for your body weight. And I'm going to summarize here because I got like 4 minutes until I have to go. And so I'm going to summarize again that, right now, if you become a preferred customer through the numbers that they give you here on the show, if you're not already a preferred customer, if you become a preferred customer through the numbers that they give you here on this Zoom, you will pay the wholesale prices instead of retail. If you get on auto ship for your monthly orders, I will pay the shipping. You will save a lot of money. I will pay the shipping if you get on auto ship. Then if you create a community and become an associate is $50 a year. $50 a year to become an associate, which is a distributor, and you will get the tax breaks of billionaires. Okay, you will get the tax breaks of billionaires. At $50 is tax deductible. Okay, you'll get thousands of dollars a month worth of deductions. You'll get thousands of dollars a month worth of deduction. Now, if you get your job back, that's good. Don't quit your longevity business, because an employee does not get the tax breaks of billionaires. You only get the tax breaks of billionaires when you own your own business, like longevity. It's $50 a year to get all the tax breaks, to get the shipping paid for, to pay the wholesale prices, and add 25 to 50 years to your life. It's a $50 fee, which again, a year to maintain your distributorship. And again, you build a community. You get the longevity business is a willable asset. You can leave your longevity business to your family, your spouse, your children, your brothers and sisters, your church. You can leave it to the Salvation Army. The longevity business is, again, a willable business, and you don't need a store. You don't need a warehouse. You don't need inventory. Let's say you got kicked out of your apartment, right? And you don't have much money. You're living on not welfare, but unemployment, and you're living in your car. That's good. You take the orders on your phone and your computer. You forward the orders to longevity company. We send you a check every month based on your volume of how many sales you got, right? And you still get the tax breaks of a billionaire living in your car and not having to have any inventory or have a store. So it doesn't get any better than that. And again, right now, you can imagine with 44 million Americans who have lost their jobs, okay, because of this COVID-19, we are going crazy here with people wanting to come in and be our associates, AKA distributors, and also preferred customers, and get an ownership, so I'll pay the shipping. Build a business, get the tax breaks. So now you build this business, you run it in your car for $50 a year, no inventory necessary other than your own personal products, okay? No, you don't have to pay anything for a warehouse. You don't have to pay employees, because your customers and the associates that you bring in your community, they have their own houses, their own cars, you know, and so forth, and they pay for their own products and so on. And so you'll just be amazed at how well you will do. We're in 50 countries. We are, I have 15 books. So if you know nothing about health, we have 15 books. Of course, I'll tell you the quartet, I'll end here with our quartet of books covers 600 different diseases. That's Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, Passport Aromatherapy, and the newest one of the quartet, okay? It's all in your head, covers 25 different diseases you get from osteoporosis of the skull. You'll be able to give up 12 different specialists, doctors, you know, hearing doctors, eye doctors, dental doctors, dentists, neurologists, you name it. You'll be able to, after say 3 months on our programs, most people will be able to totally give up those specialists, save an enormous amount of money, add 25 to 50 healthy years to your life. And our goal here is to have this Zoom every Friday for 1,000 years. So email us, tell us how much you enjoyed it, how much you've learned, how much you want to learn. We'll look forward to working with you. God bless you. Thank you, everybody. I got to run. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Dr. Wallach.
Bye-bye.
Before we wrap up, I just want to say a thank you to Michael Zwirling for putting this all together. Linda Taylor, we couldn't have done it without you. Tyler, excuse me. Rebecca Kozak, incredible moderator. Thanks so much. To everybody who's still on the line, please go and take a moment, visit askdoclive.com and sign up for the list there. We'll be in touch with you about the next meeting. Looking forward to seeing you all then. And thanks so much, everybody. Oh, happy 4th of July.
Thank you, everyone. And get with the person that invited you to this meeting if you have any questions or would like to place an order for any of the products that Dr. Wallach mentioned.